Welcome into the show, everybody. It's that time of year again, folks. The NFL is back. We've got pigskin in the air, and you know what that means. Time for some good old-fashioned preseason football. So buckle up, because today, we're going deep on all 32 teams with one key thing to watch for in Week 1 of the 2024 NFL preseason. All right, kicking things off with the Arizona Cardinals. Now, we all know Kyler Murray is still on the mend, and that means one thing. It's evaluation time for their new quarterback. Are the throws crisp? Is he commanding the huddle? These are the questions we're looking to get answered. Keep a close eye on his performance, folks, because it could have big implications for the Cardinals' season. Next up, we're heading down south to Atlanta, where the Falcons have been busy this offseason rebuilding their offensive line. Keep an eye on the trenches in this one, folks, because the success of the Falcons season could very well hinge on the performance of their big guys up front. All right, let's fly on over to Baltimore, where the Ravens are looking to see how Lamar Jackson meshes with his new weapons on offense. Watch for timing, watch for accuracy, watch for those big plays downfield. This is going to be fun to watch, folks. Now, let's head up north to Buffalo, where the Bills are hoping they've found their next great pass rusher in the draft. If he can live up to the hype, the Bills' defense is going to be an absolute nightmare for opposing offenses. Down in Carolina, the Panthers are hoping a new head coach is just what the doctor ordered. Is there a different energy on the sidelines? Are they playing with discipline and purpose? All right, let's head to the Windy City, where the Chicago Bears are looking for Justin Fields to make a big jump in his second year. This is a big year for Fields to prove he's the franchise quarterback the Bears believe he can be. Now, let's talk about the Cincinnati Bengals, where the big story is the return of Joe Burrow from injury. I'm not expecting him to light it up in the preseason, but I want to see him move well in the pocket and make good decisions with the football. Over in Cleveland, the Browns have a new defensive coordinator, and that means a new scheme for their defense. I'll be watching closely to see how quickly this defense can pick up the new system and play together as a cohesive unit. Now, let's head down to Dallas, where the Cowboys are hoping their rookie wide receiver can make an immediate impact. If he can make a smooth transition, the Cowboys' offense is going to be even more explosive this year. All right, let's head to the Mile High City, where all eyes are on Russell Wilson and the Denver Broncos. I'll be watching closely to see how he commands the huddle, his timing with his receivers, and of course, those deep bombs downfield. Over in Detroit, the Lions have been busy rebuilding their secondary, and now it's time to see if those new pieces can come together. If they can make life difficult for quarterbacks, the Lions are going to be a much tougher team to beat this year. All right, folks, let's head to Green Bay, where the Jordan Love era is officially underway. We'll be watching his decision-making, his accuracy, and his overall command of the offense. Down in Houston, the Texans are hoping their top draft pick can provide a spark to their offense. I'll be watching closely to see how he adjusts to the speed of the pro game and his chemistry with the Texans quarterback. Over in Indianapolis, the Colts are hoping a new head coach can bring a winning culture back to the franchise. I'll be watching to see how the players respond to his coaching style and if they buy into his vision for the team. All right, let's head down to Jacksonville, where the Jaguars are hoping Trevor Lawrence can take a big step forward in his development. This is a big year for Lawrence to prove he's the franchise quarterback the Jaguars believe he can be. Now, let's head to Kansas City, where the Chiefs are looking to replace some key offensive weapons. I'll be watching closely to see how Mahomes connects with his new receivers and if they can fill the void left by those departed playmakers. Over in Las Vegas, the Raiders have a new defensive coordinator, and that means a new scheme for their defense. I'll be watching closely to see how the players adapt to the new scheme and if they can show improvement in key areas like tackling and coverage. Now let's head to Los Angeles, where the Chargers are hoping Justin Herbert can take his game to the next level. If he can make those strides, the Chargers are going to be a very dangerous team this year. Over in Los Angeles, the Rams are hoping to defend their Super Bowl title, but they'll have to do it with a target on their backs. I'll be watching closely to see how they manage their veterans' workloads and if they can avoid the injury bug that can derail even the most talented teams. All right, let's head down to Miami, where the Dolphins are hoping Tua Tagovailoa can finally live up to his potential. If he can do that, the Dolphins' offense has the potential to be one of the most explosive in the league. Over in Minnesota, the Vikings have a new head coach and a new defensive scheme, so there will be plenty to watch for this preseason. I'll be watching closely to see how quickly the players pick up the new system, and if they can play with the discipline and intensity that's been lacking in recent years. Now, let's head up to New England, where the Patriots are hoping Mac Jones can build on his promising rookie season. If he can do that, the Patriots will be right back in the playoff mix. Down in New Orleans, the Saints are entering a new era without Sean Payton on the sidelines. I'll be watching closely to see how the offense functions under new leadership and if they can maintain their high level of play. Over in New York, the Giants are hoping Daniel Jones can finally prove he's their franchise quarterback. I'll be watching closely to see if he can make better decisions with the football, improve his accuracy, and avoid the back-breaking mistakes that have held him back in the past. All right, let's head to the other side of MetLife Stadium, where the Jets are hoping Aaron Rodgers can work his magic. I'll be watching closely to see how he commands the huddle, his timing with his receivers, and of course those pinpoint throws that have become his trademark. Now, let's head down to Philadelphia, where the Eagles are hoping Jalen Hurts can take a big step forward in his development. If he can make those strides, the Eagles' offense will be very difficult to stop. Over in Pittsburgh, the Steelers are entering a new era without Ben Roethlisberger under center. I'll be watching closely to see how he manages the game, protects the football, and makes plays when called upon. All right, let's head out to San Francisco, where the 49ers are hoping to get healthy after a season plagued by injuries. I'll be watching closely to see how they look physically, how they're moving, and if they're showing any signs of rust. Up in Seattle, the Seahawks are hoping to rebuild their secondary into a force to be reckoned with. I'll be watching closely to see how they communicate, their coverage skills, and their ability to create turnovers. Down in Tampa Bay, the Buccaneers are entering the post-Tom Brady era, and it will be fascinating to see how they fare without the GOAT. I'll be watching closely to see how the offense functions under new leadership and if they can maintain their high level of play. Over in Tennessee, the Titans have a new offensive coordinator, and that means a new scheme for their offense. I'll be watching closely to see how the offense functions under new leadership, how they utilize their playmakers, and if they can find a balance between the run and the pass. And finally, let's head to Washington, where the Commanders are hoping for a fresh start under new ownership. I'll be watching closely to see how the players respond to the new leadership, if they play with energy and enthusiasm, and if they can show signs of progress on the field. All right, folks, there you have it. We've covered all 32 teams and given you the must-watch moments for Week 1 of the 2024 NFL preseason. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you at the games.